Welcome to Merop Philosophy Weekly. Ka-chow.
Welcome back. This is episode 2 of whatever this is called, Merop Philosophy Weekly.
Yep, which is probably kind of confusing to some people, especially Dad, since he's listening to this thing and he's going, I think this is the first one I've heard. And yes, Dad, this is the first one you've heard, but guess what? Your sons worked really hard yesterday to record a great episode. I mean,
it was phenomenal. It was great.
Was a beautiful episode.
Emily was dying, rolling on the ground, laughing at us. Tommy was also rolling on the ground.
Tommy took his first steps during that whole thing because it was just so good.
He actually flew.
He flew.
He just skipped walking completely.
He skipped it completely. He went straight to flying.
Sprouted wings. It was crazy.
Yep. That was how good it was. And then we listened to it.
And you could only hear my voice, which admittedly not a bad thing, but only
that's
jokes.
Not true.
The jokes were only half-sided. I mean,
yes,
one-sided.
You couldn't hear me sit there wondering what they meant.
I told Sister Karen that your wit kind of sped up for that one. It's really weird.
It did.
It
was a good bit there.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn this down a little bit, Will, because we are peaking a little bit.
You don't like the sound of me chewing?
Well, it's not that. It's that every time we get real loud, it like, and we need to impress. In case you're wondering what that was, we're also eating pizza while recording this because that's the way this works, Dad.
Yeah,
we eat food. Your drive to work. It's great.
See, if you remember from the last episode, we were eating noodles during the second section
with meatballs.
With meatballs, yes, they were very good. They were very good.
They were great. Oh, shush.
Emily just pointed out that they were microwaved.
They were microwaved because I forgot to cook them in the oven.
But you know.
But it's just a small.
Everyone has their flaws.
I have more than one. Yeah. Anyways, moving on.
We're in the section.
Back to music.
This is back to games. That's a reference from last episode, which you don't know, but
that's okay. So we're 2 episodes in. There's already a lost episode.
Yeah,
that's how good we are.
We're on a roll. We've got lore.
We have a lost episode that no one will ever hear.
Yeah.
It might get edited. We were talking about that earlier. We might go ahead and edit it and never post it.
Yeah, we might even,
maybe for our 100th episode.
100th episode is just going to be a replay, and we're going to have Walter.
I'll commentary.
Big Dub.
That's right. I'm Big Dub.
He's Big Dub. I'm Little Dub.
That's right. And Thomas is Little G.
Yeah, little T.
Little T.
And then we got M.
M Money. And the horse.
We got Big Money.
Big Money.
Big
that's
Money.
Right.
Little T. Little Dub. Little Big D. Big Dub.
Whoa.
W is a strange letter. It starts with a D. I don't understand.
It does. And there's 2 of them. Actually, it's a W.
There's 2 U's in it, too.
There's 2 U's.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird because a W really looks like 2 V's. But
actually,
I guess a double V doesn't work.
I think that comes from Latin because in Latin it starts with a V. The V has a W sound.
Which is weird because in... Oh, wait. Say that again?
In Latin, V has a W sound.
Which is weird because in German, W's have a V sound.
Germans just didn't like Romans for some reason.
And I'm sure there's some real history there.
Well, yeah, probably. It probably has to go back to, like...
I mean...
the ancient aquatics or whatever.
Ancient aquatics?
I don't know history. I failed that section. I missed that section of math class.
You missed that. You missed the history section of your math class. While taking chemistry.
Did you know that Laterno strangely has a history of math class? And it doesn't count as history or math. It counts as sciences.
What?
I know. It doesn't make much sense to me either.
They have a history of math class that is a science class.
Yes, it is a science course.
That is funny.
Yes, I kind of understand because math is a science. Don't get me wrong. But you would think it would count as a math course. Like, I can't even take it as a math elective. Or a civic engagement elective as a history class.
That is crazy.
Something just blew up somebody's nose from outside.
Yep. I think it's Jason's kids.
Oh, okay. You're getting a little cameo from Pastor Jason and his kids.
Well, I didn't hear Jason. I heard his kids and Miley.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Now they're referenced by me.
There we go. They're all cameos. I don't think you really understand what a cameo is. They didn't actually step in.
It's like Stan Lee.
Speaking of cameos, And there's a little bit of a highlight, you know.
Oh yeah, we get a little preview of next week's episode.
We have a very special guest, Dad. That we're really excited to introduce to you.
Yes. It's gonna be you. Don't worry. We've taken the expense of getting your meal order ready. We got
already charged your card.
Already charged your card. Yes.
Yep.
Goldfish and ranch.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a nice little salad for you.
And if you're lucky, I might spring for the microwave meatballs too.
Yes, add a little bit of texture in there.
A little bit of texture in there.
Yeah, because you know goldfish get a little
chunky. You need some chunky meatballs in your.
You know how ranch reacts with goldfish. They just get soggy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've gone and taken the liberty of your meal is already prepped. Actually, it's sitting in the fridge.
Yeah, it's ready to go.
So
we're fermenting it. You know.
If you're lucky, there might be some greens on it too.
Oh
crap! That spiked real bad.
Yeah, that spiked. I don't know what that did. Let's
Yeah, we seem to be creeping back up into the red a little bit.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Like my quiet voice is in the yellow.
My whole.
I might turn it down in the OBS real quick.
Yeah, turn that down in OBS. Well, I'm so sorry, Dad. We probably just blew your eardrums out.
Just blew out his speakers. There we go. Okay. Now we're sitting nicely in the first.
So part of the reason we need Dad to come and special guest is to actually set up our sound system.
Yeah, he actually knows how to do the sound stuff. So you're gonna.
Oh, it got real grainy, Will.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. You know what, Dad? We've got our next segment coming up real soon.
Yeah,
we're going to fix this sound thing, and we'll be back at you here in just a minute. Listen to these wonderful tunes from Merop Philosophy Weekly.
Brick and mortar, 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 cement, 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 rocks, 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 brick and mortar, brick and mortar, cement, brick and mortar, brick and mortar, brick and mortar, cement, brick and mortar, brick and mortar, brick and mortar, concrete, brick and mortar, concrete, brick and mortar, concrete, brick and mortar, concrete, bricks, bricks and mortar, bricks, bricks, bricks and mortar, concrete, 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 and bricks and mortar, concrete, and concrete, concrete, and mortar, yeah, bricks and mortar, bricks and mortar, concrete and mortar, concrete and mortar, concrete blocks and cement, concrete blocks and cement, concrete blocks and cement, concrete blocks and cement, concrete bricks, 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 concrete bricks, 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 concrete and mortar, concrete and mortar, concrete. Welcome back. So in the last episode, we did a little thing called winning spiel of spinning wheel of random guessingness. I don't remember what it was called. It was a complicated name.
It was a good name though.
We have 19 entries. I counted wrong last time. We have 19 entries on a little wheel, and we're going to figure out just a random. We're going to explain them to you. Mm-hmm. Whatever they may be. So I'm gonna go on and spin a wheel.
Basically, we're giving you our professional advice on the matter.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do.
Yeah.
When you log into.
Oh.
What is it?
We just missed pizza. We're on couches.
Couches.
Couches
Couches are kind of cool.
Couches are kind of cool. We got one right there, actually.
Yeah,
it's a nice little
flowery one.
Strange flower design. I love couches. They're very comfortable. I've got one that's kind of like two recliners built in. You know this, Dad.
Yes.
You were there when we picked it up. I did pay for it though. It is mine.
Mm-hmm.
Very fancy.
Oh.
But yeah, I love couches. I don't like that this one plugs into the wall. It's kind of tedious to deal with.
Mm-hmm. That when you have roommates.
Oh yeah. Because I had to unplug it there for a bit because they kept leaving the legs up. I would never have done that as a kid, I promise. But yeah, I like pull-out couches more. But I think
I do too.
Yeah, but pull-out couches are great because they have you can have another sleeping spot.
Like dual function. You got your couch.
It's a couch and a bed. Yeah, it's great. It's like
the thing is, it's not really great at being either.
No, but
that's okay because it is both.
It's a jack of all trades in this sense. It's a jack of two trades, but You kind of get the point. It's kind of...
When it comes to sitting, it's a jack of all trades.
I didn't hear what you said. There was a little bit of pizza in your mouth.
Sorry.
Sorry, we can't reference pizza. Pizza doesn't exist. We didn't have it on the wheel.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, we didn't spin it.
Yeah. Couches, on the other hand, you shouldn't eat those.
No, unless it's an edible couch.
Unless it's a cake. A cake couch.
A cake couch.
Is this cake?
No.
That reminds me of that video of the lady. I forgot her name. She's like
you were being so specific.
She's a
video
famous
of the lady.
She's a famous person. She was in Star Wars. She was in The Mandalorian season 2 with Jack Black. She went on a Saturday Night Live show to
Time out. Jack Black is a Mandalorian?
Yeah.
How did I miss that?
It may be season 3.
There's 3 seasons of The Mandalorian?
Wait, let me pull out Disney Plus real quick. I think so. I'm not sure. This does relate to couches. I'm gonna pull out Disney Plus real quick. Give me. Okay, continue talking about couches.
Wow, couches.
Okay, I've got Disney Plus pulled up. Mandalorian. Okay. There are 3 seasons, yes. And he is in season 3, episode something.
I don't know. Did I see the 3rd season?
You may not have.
When did the 3rd season come out?
It was the most recent one to come out.
Dip Sherlock Holmes.
Came out well, I'm not Sherlock actually. That's Benedict Cumberbatch.
That's right.
Yeah. It came out maybe 2 years ago. It's been a while.
I must have seen it.
But yeah, Jack Black and...
Wait, what happens?
I don't want to spoil it for those who may not have seen it.
Dad. Oh, that was menacing.
I was going to lean into the mic and go, Dad, and peek the mic, but I didn't want to.
No, Dad's already had enough peeking with us.
Yeah, we don't want to give him a heart attack.
Yeah.
He's
feeble.
On his relaxing drive to work.
Exactly.
He's through Atlanta traffic.
Through Atlanta traffic.
Everybody's favorite.
Yeah, the most relaxing of environments.
The most relaxing environment known to man.
That's why they've got a spa chair that goes through, you know? You can just kind of, while you're sitting on 285, you can jump out into the spa chair.
While you're sitting there in bumper-to-bumper traffic, just sit out into the little
I'm telling you,
massaging spa.
This is how we make money in Atlanta.
Yeah. We should totally do that.
A spa truck.
Yeah, exactly. Just move
pull it over to the side of the road.
Yeah, put the 4-ways on, be like, hey, free massages while you're in traffic.
Yep.
2-second massage. Nailed it.
Yep.
But yeah,
$300.
She sat on a couch at a Saturday Night Live show.
You know, the couches on those shows though are so unique.
They are, and they're incredibly uniform.
Mm-hmm.
You can make them look perfectly like a couch, and no one will notice until they sit on it and go, "Bleep, is this cake?"
Okay. No. Yes, I've seen that, that particular scene.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. And now I know what scene you're talking about, so I have seen season 3.
Yeah, she's so funny.
She is.
That was such a funny bit.
Mm-hmm. What would you do if someone switched out part of your furniture with cake?
Is this cake? Am I sitting on cake right now?
William, you're on a hard floor.
Maybe it's a hard cake.
That's a dense cake.
Pound cake.
No.
Fruit cake.
That's right.
Densest material known to man. Drop it on the floor, it travels right through the
That's what they send to Africa to let them build their huts out of. Pound cake or fruit cake.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Africa, you know why there aren't any vampires in Africa?
Why?
Because they bless the rains down in Africa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard that.
See, I would sing that song, but copyright.
Mm-hmm.
Not that we have to worry about copyright here, but...
No, I don't want to listen to this, but Dad.
Yeah, exactly. Dad, you don't copyright strike us, right?
Right. Hey.
Mine. But yeah. Kind of our spiel on couches.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a variety of different types of couches.
That is true.
Like comfortable ones.
Mm-hmm.
Uncomfortable ones. Really big ones.
Mm-hmm.
Really small ones. 2-seaters. Those are called love seats.
Mm-hmm.
Love those. You can have like L-shaped ones, which are very cool.
Mm-hmm.
They even make like circle ones that you can put a thing in the middle and just have a slumber party inside.
Like a ball pit.
Oh yeah, like a ball pit. I just put pizza on the microphone. I hope that's fine.
Yeah, move it a little bit further away from your face.
But then I'm too quiet.
Oh, see, now no one can hear you. You gotta move it closer to your face. William.
My bad.
You gotta. There you go. That's better.
I just got buffalo sauce on the back of my tooth, and I'm very quiet on this side.
Are you?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
I may want to turn it up a little bit.
I hear you finding them in my ear.
Oh, really? Wait, we're both quieter.
Are we?
Hey, let me turn this up just a smidgen.
Okay.
Smidgen turned up. Okay. So yeah.
I'm just telling you what I hear before it gets to the computer.
I think OBS is muting it down a little bit.
They may have like an equalizer or something on it.
Yeah.
But that's not the right word, Dad. You know what the right word is.
Yeah, Dad, you speak sound.
The compressor. That's what it's called.
Compressor.
I think that's what it's called. Is that what it's called, Dad? I think it's called a compressor. That's what he used to put on. That's what he used to put. Dad would put on Dr. Pastor David.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
because he got really loud.
I think it's a compressor that he called it. I don't remember. I probably should have listened more when he was trying to teach me that stuff.
Yeah.
Because I do it a lot.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, back to couches.
Back to couches. Back to games. Yeah.
And this has been your 20-minute segment on couches.
Yeah, it only lasted about 8 minutes.
Is it really only 8 minutes?
This is a very, very hard topic to talk about. It strikes me personally, emotionally in the heart, because I can't think of anything about couches.
This is where Wikipedia has always come in and been a gem.
Hey, you're more than welcome to go to Wikipedia.
I don't have my phone with me.
I don't want to pull my phone out.
You don't want to pull your phone out? Mm.
I'll pull it out for the next segment that I need it for.
Hey, me? I think she's sleeping.
Yeah, she might be sleeping, which means our Wikipedia is currently in bed. But
you just call Emily a Wikipedia?
She has the access to Wikipedia that we don't have.
See, that is true.
Predisposed. Here we go. Predisposed.
Mm-hmm. You know, Dad texted me once.
Really?
No. You remember? No, it was the other day. We were talking to him on the phone.
Uh-huh.
And he says that what Walter called me about. And you said, yeah. He goes, well, I was predisposed at the moment. Do you know what he really meant?
He was pooping.
Yep. Yeah, we understand your language, Dad.
We speak Dad on occasion.
We speak Dad on occasion.
Walter speaks Dad a little bit better than I do, seeing as he is also a dad.
That it is, yeah.
Whereas I am
I was
not.
like, Tommy popped out, and all of a sudden there's a whole new vocabulary I learned.
Like, popped out?
He popped, well, it was more pulled out.
See, I only speak Dad a little bit because I drink from Dad mugs. It's my only experience.
And you're good at dad jokes.
And I'm good at dad jokes.
So
Bet it comes from being an uncle, I think.
Yeah, so you got the dad/uncle/jokey part of the
yeah,
the humor.
I was naturally born with the ability to speak Dad. Very strange if you think too much about it. So let's not do that.
Okay. Yeah.
You ready for the next segment? I think we should.
I think it's time.
I think we're out of stuff to talk about.
I think we are. I think we've. So Dad, that's your brief synopsis.
I would like to point out
our professional opinion on couches.
That segment is 10 minutes long. Okay, hear me out. 10 minutes long. Maybe 5 of it was talking about couches.
The other 5 was talking about everything other than couches.
Exactly.
All right,
but
all
not
right.
pizza.
So
not
that is
pizza.
true because
there was no pizza mentioned except for that one little bit where we said
and we didn't even talk
about
BLTs.
Yeah, no BLTs either.
Yep.
Or BLMTSPTMTs.
That's right.
Yes. That was in the previous episode. You don't understand.
Yep. That's in the last episode. So
we're going to take a short break.
Listen to these original songs by...
A couple more original songs by... What is this called?
Merop Philosophy Weekly. Library of Randomness. 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 Welcome back. To this wonderful episode of Merop Philosophy Weekly.
Oh yeah.
So today we're doing our favorite section, I think.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty fun
this
section,
is definitely one of my favorite sections, called the Library of Randomness. Basically what this is
no, don't give him an explanation. We got an explanation last time.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
He'll
remember
another explanation.
Yeah.
So Emily has picked out a random book for us. The book is...
No, don't read the title.
No, I've got two.
Okay, fine. Read the title.
It's
Make it less random.
Yeah. George MacDonald's Oh, you know what? I don't even know how to say these words.
Oh, wait, is it French?
Marquise
Yes,
Secret?
it's French. It's French.
Marquise Secrets? The sequel to The Fisherman's Lady.
Oh, so it's the first in a series. It's a sequel. I mean, wait. Prequel is what I'm thinking of.
Yes,
so there is one more book. So Emily won't be reading this one anytime soon.
Yeah. So we're gonna pick there are 228 pages in this book.
Okay.
William has got a random number generator picked out
from pages 1 to 228.
So go ahead and generate that number.
I'm going to go ahead and generate that number. 212.
212.
Page 212.
Okay, so near the end of this sucker. Let's see. On page
the first
212, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I lost count. 1. So that's dialogue. That doesn't really count. So we'll go 1. We'll go 2. We'll go 3. We'll go 4. We'll go 5. We'll go 6. And we'll say that's all 7.
Okay,
so 7. 7 paragraphs. So give me a number 1 to 7.
1 to 7, 6.
6. Okay. So that will be 1, 2, 3, 5. So this section right here. All right, you ready?
I'm ready. Shoot.
Here we go. So now we'll read the paragraph, the random paragraph selected.
Okay.
Here it is. It's Lifford laughed. Lifford laughed.
Okay, so someone's got a speech impediment saying Clifford.
His imitation of scorn was wonderfully successful, for he felt sure of Florimel now that she had thus taken his part. Shall I ring for the servants, Lady Lois, to put the fellow out? He said. That man is mad as March here. Air. It's hair. It literally is H-A-R-E. Hair.
Hair? Wow. There's a lot
mad
to unpack
as
so far.
March hair.
Is that the whole paragraph?
That is the whole paragraph.
There's a lot to unpack here. So we got
and that's one of the shorter paragraphs.
We got someone with an inability to say the name Clifford.
Yep.
We got Lois, so Superman has to be a part of this.
Oh, has to be.
We got a March hare.
A March hare.
I'm not sure what that means.
I'm not sure. The man is as mad as it.
It's
like the Mad
Hatter.
Oh,
the Mad Hatter and the white hare.
Yeah, that's it.
Although I think he's a rabbit, but you know, semantics.
Semantics.
The same thing, basically.
They're all basically the same thing.
There's a what did she say? A servant lady.
So Lifford said that. He said, "Shall I ring for servants?"
Can we just go in and agree that his name is Clifford, just with a speech impediment?
There's no D. It's
yes,
Lifford.
Speech impediment. Clifford.
It's Clifford.
Clifford.
Okay. Well, we can.
We don't have to agree on that yet. We'll push that off.
We'll get to it here in a moment. So we've got Lifford.
Sorry.
He laughed.
Lifford laughed.
And his imitation of scorn was wonderfully successful.
So
who is Scorn, and why are we imitating him?
Scorn. There's a video game called Score. Back to games.
Is there?
It's not. It's kind of gross. It's like it's biotechnology, but not in the sense you would think. It's technology made out of living flesh. It's kind of gross. I would not recommend playing it or watching anything from it.
Okay.
I don't think that that's what they're talking about here.
I agree. I think.
But that's the only thing I can think of, except like Score the Emotion. So maybe they're talking about like Inside Out. Is Scorn's like a mix of anger and disgust, right?
So they had a baby.
Yeah, that's a weird plot hole.
Anger and disgust. Ooh, and it works too.
Is that scorn? I'm not 100% sure that that's what scorn is, but
anger and disgust. I don't know. I don't know.
I know I am angered and disgusted by the game Scorn. So
it must be right.
It must be right.
It has to be. Okay.
Man, last week's episode was so much easier. Like
really
Franklin the turtle being turned into a turtleneck.
Yeah, a dickie.
Yeah. How difficult is that? This one. This one we have to deep think. We have to go into philosophy. Flip-philosophy.
Flip-philosophy. That's right. We're
flip-philosophers. The thongs of philosophy.
Yep. We're the flip-flops of philosophy.
Anyway, back to Scorn.
Back to the Scorners.
All the Scorners of the earth.
The Scorners of the earth. So Clifford, we can.
Clifford.
I'm willing to make that.
All for the Clifford bit.
I'm all for Clifford.
Cool. We're going with Clifford. Clifford so it's a big red dog. A big red dog.
Okay, so the big dog
is imitating Scorn, whoever that is.
A big red dog laughed and imitated Scorn.
Yeah.
Very successfully.
And we do know he can talk.
Yep, because
that's in the show. It's in the show.
Yeah.
And he speaks in this, so it's totally acceptable.
Shall I ring for the servants, Lady Lois?
Servants, Lady Lois.
To put the fellow out. Now, who's this
Someone's on
fellow?
fire.
Who's this fellow?
Is it Scorn?
Is Scorn?
Maybe Scorn is on fire.
And that's why he's being imitated.
Maybe, yes.
So Clifford the big red dog thinks it's hilarious.
He's just a jerk. He's making fun of this poor Scorn guy who's on fire. Probably because his father is Anger, who makes fire come out of the top of his head. That was me.
Oh, I thought I was supposed to move out there.
Oh.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
Okay, so we've got the motive here of
and
Clifford.
Then he said the man is mad as a March hare.
See, I would be mad too if I was on fire and someone was making fun of me.
Yep.
And they had someone else come to put me out.
You know what? And I think that maybe a March hare. I mean, let's be honest. You wouldn't want to be woken up too early. March is getting a little early.
Hares don't hibernate though. But maybe it's the beginning of mating season.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the alarm's going off. No, the alarm hasn't gone off yet, but it's getting close.
It's getting close. The dude wanted to sleep.
And he woke up early.
Yeah, he woke up early.
He woke up before the alarm, and he's not happy.
No, he's not.
I mean, I get that.
Yeah, I agree. That happened to me.
I've been there. You were doing that yesterday, weren't you?
Yeah, exactly. I woke up a little bit early yesterday. It was kind of sad. I wasn't quite angry, but I can see where he's coming from.
You can relate.
Yeah.
Do I dare read another paragraph because I see some juicy stuff coming?
I think you should. Let's do this.
Okay, so here we go. You
a little extra context.
A little more. This is the rest of the page.
Oh, let's just finish off the page there.
Paragraph.
That is a massive paragraph.
You ready? Here we go. Clementine and Liza, having re-entered the house after Malcolm, followed Rose upstairs after him, and the three of them listened from the landing in fear and anticipation of the proceedings inside the drawing room. Liza, fearing that what might happen, suddenly opened the door and re-entered the room. So, cried Florimel. Who?
There's going to be a lot of name drops in this one, I think.
This is the way you keep your promise to my father. It is, my lady, to associate the name of Clifford.
Yep,
with his would be a blot on his memory. My lady, I beg a word with you in private. You insult me. I beg of you, my lady, for your own dear sake. Once more I order you to leave my house and never set foot in it again, she said, and rang the bell for the servants.
Okay, so that person has a pet deer that is being held hostage.
What?
For your own deer's sake.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So there's a deer being held hostage there. There was a big amount of name drops here.
Yeah, I mean we've got Clementine, we've got Lizzie, we've got Malcolm, we've got Rose, we've got Florimel.
That's one of the Smurfs. One has to be.
Yeah,
Darkest Smell is what I'm thinking of. He's the bad guy.
Florimel sounds like like Gargamel's daughter.
Yeah, Florimel. I
That
totally
might be
agree.
why she's in such a.
So the Smurfs are also here. That might be why.
That's why she's in such a bad mood.
Yeah.
She's Gargamel's daughter.
You're right. I would be upset if I was Gargamel's daughter.
And Clementine, Lizzie, and Rose are like.
This actually got me thinking back to couches. Hear me out.
Okay, go for it.
The lady that sat in the cake couch was named Lizzo, and that reminded me of her name.
Whoa. Her name is Lizzo?
It's Lizzo. Yeah, she's a singer.
Is she that one that got in that lawsuit because she fat shamed one of her dancers?
Yeah. And it's kind of ironic.
Because she
is quite large.
She's plump.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, back to the story.
Yeah, sorry.
That reminded me of her name.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot going on. I mean, this is 2 paragraphs.
We've got 15 names, 2 paragraphs, a big red dog. Clementine is an orange, probably.
So there's an orange lady.
There's an orange lady. With a deer has been captured, and the daughter of Gargamel is also Gargamel. My bad.
Yeah, Florimel.
Is also here.
And so Lizzo's walking around for some reason.
Lizzo is walking around.
Man.
There's a lot of famous people here.
Yeah.
This must be like the Emmys or something.
It's the Oscars.
It's the Oscars, you're right.
That's what's going on. That's why they're...
Rose, though.
This is how that Will Smith thing could have happened. Instead of going up and slapping the dude, he could have been up there. You insult me. Get out of my house.
Whoever they are... lit Scorn on fire, and Clifford
just out of hatred,
just out of pure hatred, and Clifford is making fun of him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that this is a murder mystery, and the secret is whoever Scorn is, because once he's dead, from being on fire.
Because the name of the book is someone's secret.
Yeah.
The Marquis' secret.
Maybe as a group, these guys are all called the Marquists or whatever.
And they have, because we don't get any last names.
Yeah, exactly.
So all their last names
they could all be brothers or sisters. Siblings. Although that does raise a question how Lizzo is related to Gargamel.
Or Clifford the Red Dog. Or
Clifford the Red Dog.
Yeah.
And why one of them has a pet deer and someone is also holding that deer hostage.
But then again, if you look at
what if Scorn is the deer?
Oh.
That explains why Clifford can make fun of him so good. Because Clifford has 4 legs, and the deer has 4 legs.
So they
Loki
relate.
must have had a bunch of kids here, because these sound like Loki's kids.
This is a Loki's.
100%.
So basically what we have here is the PBS universe.
Version of Norse mythology.
Yeah, it's
right
the
here.
PBS Norse mythology
channel. PBSNMC.
Yep.
Universe, you're right. NCU, Norse Childhood Universe.
Yep. The PBS.
I forgot the rest.
Norse
Mythology Channel Universe.
NMU.
So
it's the PBS NMU.
Yes. This is deep lore.
Yeah, like this is.
And all of them are named Marquis.
Yeah, they're all the Marquis.
Walter is sitting here moving his hands from his forehead like his brain is exploding.
A wonderful revelation.
Uh-oh.
We
know
ready?
How your revelations go. Yes,
I am
preparing myself.
Are you prepared for the beauty that is about to be protected?
My brain is
happened.
My brain is ready.
Okay, here
we
go.
My eyes have been glazed over to protect me from the beauty that is about to
like
emerge from your brain.
A snake can put that fake...
The little clear thing?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
You ready?
Yes.
Here we go. I forgot it.
That was beautiful. My mind is blown.
Sorry. The Marquis own PBS.
Oh my gosh, you're right. All the PBS shows are just them trying to cover up their secret because none of them, hear me out, none of them have Scorn in them. Have you ever seen a PBS character?
So Scorn died.
Exactly. They killed Scorn.
They killed Scorn the deer.
Yes. What if that was Bambi's mom?
Bro, Bambi's mom?
We just connected Disney to PBS.
It's all
connected.
It's all
You know the
connected.
Disney theory?
Yeah, with all the timelines.
Yeah, and the Pixar theory, everything's connected.
It's all the same thing.
And it all loops back to Norse mythology and PBS.
You know what this confirms?
What?
Illuminati.
Illuminati?
Uh-huh.
I agree.
So we have come for George MacDonald's The Marquis Secret.
What year was this written?
A 19th century Gothic romance by
So
one of C.S. Lewis's favorite authors.
C.S. Lewis.
He
Does that
wrote-
mean Narnia's involved
Oh
too?
my goodness, Narnia is a part of this
Bro,
thing.
what if Scorn-
1982.
1982?
That's the copyright. 1977. Yeah, originally published under that title. 1977.
1977.
Yeah.
I wish we had a Wikipedia, so that we could figure out when PBS started. But I think this was made before PBS because I don't think they had TVs back then.
1977.
Yeah.
They had TVs back then.
I don't know. I wasn't alive.
Well, that's Dad. He was.
Dad, did they have TVs back in 1977?
I think I told you.
I didn't hear a response.
I heard him say yes.
Nope, I didn't hear it.
I heard him say
All
yes.
I heard was a little beep, 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 beep from way over there.
Well, I don't doubt Dad could make that sound. He did not make that sound. He said
100% he just tried to make that sound in the car.
100% he went.
After you said, I bet Dad can make that sound, he went,
He's
trying to make
in the middle of Atlanta traffic down 285, and he went. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
That's a great thought.
That's such a good thought to think. Dad sitting in the middle of 285 going.
Because nobody's there to verify if he did it.
Yeah.
It's just him. He's sitting there. He's like, maybe I can do that. And then we called him out on it.
Yep.
We can see it.
Yeah. What's really funny is if he didn't,
If he
and then
didn't
we
do it,
started
we're-
joking about it, and then he did do it.
Then he did it like right now.
Yeah.
There. See?
See, I told you he'd do it.
There are two options here. He
Yeah.
does it at the first one or he does it at that one.
Yep.
Maybe he did it at both.
Maybe he
Ooh.
doesn't do it at either, and then he just gives.
He
us a
just does it
scornful-
right now.
He gives us a scornful look.
Maybe Scorn isn't dead.
Maybe Dad killed Scorn.
Oh my gosh. Dad,
Dun dun.
that was the deer jerky we had a few years ago.
It was Scorn.
It was Scorn. I think we've basically solved this whole story.
Yep.
Scorn dies,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest of the story is just a cover-up from PBS,
Which is owned by Disney.
which is now
a part of Narnia.
yes.
So
Well, Disney owns Narnia, I think.
they do, I believe.
They do.
Yes.
They own the movie rights. So
Yes.
maybe there is some connection there. I'm wondering what the connection between Bambi and Narnia is, because I know, hear me out, Mr. Tumnus is half goat, half human. He's a fawn. Maybe he has a cousin who's half deer. Or maybe, okay, hear me out, hear me out.
This is going.
Maybe there's a little bit of deer in him.
Oh dear.
I know. That's what I'm thinking. So,
My
But-
goodness. There is some
there
serious.
there are still some mysteries, but that's the point of the book. They're trying to cover it up from us.
And it is their secret.
it is their
and
secret.
We can't read the whole book.
we
right
we
now
are not allowed to read the whole book.
because that would defeat the purpose of the segment.
This book is completely off limits for us.
And
forever.
we're done with that book.
Yep,
We have to burn it now.
we do.
Book burning.
That might raise some historical, ethical issues, but
Okay, maybe we won't burn the
we
book.
could pretend to light it on fire.
Okay, so we're gonna pretend to light it on
We'll
fire.
make a copy of the cover and light the copy of the cover.
I'm running out of ink in my printer though. We'll go to Office Depot. We'll get it.
Yeah, we can print a big copy of it.
Yeah, yeah,
We could
yeah.
put it in like a big picture frame like that.
We'll make like. I was gonna say we could make the copy and then like wrap it around like a teepee and burn the teepee, but that also has some.
There might be some ethical issues there.
That's
There's some
those things.
historical controversy. Yeah. Of course, Dad would be the only one getting upset about it, and I don't think he would get too much upset about that.
He might. I don't know. Anyways, so this has been this week's edition of Random Library.
Yeah.
Coming to you soon, the grand conclusion wheel of wonderful randomness. But
Yeah.
that'll be in the next
That'll be after this short break.
with the original music from the wonderful production
studio of Merop Philosophy Weekly. Thank you, and give us maybe...
You were supposed to end it right there, Will.
I'm sorry. The pointer was not on the stop recording button. We need to do another outro.
No, we don't.
I'm sorry, Dad.
No,
thank you, and enjoy this break with the original songs made by Merop Philosophy Weekly.
You messed it.
It's the end, 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 end. It's the end, 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 end. It's the end, 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 end, end. It's the end, 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 end. It's the end, 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 end. It's the end, it's the end, it's the end, it's the end, conclusions. It's the end, it's the end, it's the end, it's the end, conclusions. It's the end, it's the end, it's the end, it's the end, 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 end. It's the end, 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 end. It's the end, 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 end. It's the end, 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 end, end. It's the end, 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 end.
Welcome back to Merop Philosophy Weekly. After that short break, thank you so much for listening to those originals. We are back to our final section, called
one of the better ones.
One of our favorites, yes. The Wheel of Conclusions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
The wonderful random Wheel of Conclusions.
We have a wheel here that has...
Well, it's on his phone.
It's on my phone, yeah. We're going to add in some sound effects afterwards.
Yeah.
It's got 18...
I'll add the sound. You tell me when you spit it. I'll add the sound effects.
Okay, I like that idea. So we're going to add... we're going to have real-time sound effects from Big Dub over there.
1 second.
We have 18 inputs and of possible concluding ideas that we're going to elaborate on. And I'll go on and spin it right now. 3, 2, 1, spin. Okay. We have gotten the importance of sleep.
The importance of sleep. That's what we're giving.
Of sleep, yes.
The importance of sleep. Well, look, obviously, sleep is
very important.
Not important at all.
I see a conflict here.
No, boy.
We have a couple conflicting ideas.
Uh-huh.
I love sleeping, personally.
Yeah, so do I.
I know you are a new father. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
And sleep has become a rare bliss for you and your wife.
Rare bliss.
Because I'm sure Tommy keeps you slightly awake most nights. Because I know we did go to Georgia recently, last week.
Very recently.
Yes, and the scheduled time that we left was, and I quote, whenever Tommy wakes up. Okay, so hear me out. It was 3:30 in the morning, which makes me think that you wake up pretty close to that most mornings.
Yeah.
So you might not get too much sleep. Although last night it does seem like you got a decent amount of sleep.
I did get
fell asleep at 7:30, woke up at 3:30. That's like 12 hours of sleep almost.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't wake up at 3:30.
Oh, you didn't?
We woke up at 5.
Ooh, you got to sleep in too.
I know.
Man, Tommy slept like a blue jay.
Slept like a what?
I'm gonna stick to it. He slept like a blue jay. You ever hear them tweeting in the morning? I mean at night. I have not gotten much sleep lately.
Oh my gosh, he slept like a blue jay. That's such a good one, Will. I hadn't heard that before.
Yeah, it's original right off the dome.
Right off the dome?
Top of the dome, right there.
Right there. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Yeah, so that just gave me a new idea for a segment.
Oh.
It'll have to be in the next episode because we're in our concluding segment right now. But
yeah.
It's called Off the Dome.
Off the dome.
Okay, the segment Off the Dome.
Mm-hmm.
We spin a wheel, as we do, and we improv.
Okay.
You know how good we are at improv.
I mean, we're the best.
Yeah, exactly. And that's basically it.
Yeah. So
it's quite similar to our other two.
Can I make an argument here?
Of course.
I believe that sleep has some.
Oh, we're back to the main point. Okay, you're right.
Yeah. Here's my argument, though. Would you say that you're well rested at the moment?
No, I would not.
And you came up with such a brilliant idea not being well rested?
You are correct.
I mean, do you really need to sleep?
See, okay, but hear me
It's
out
a little
again.
overrated.
Here's another argument.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to use your beautiful son, Tommy, for an example. He is an infant.
That is, yes,
he is an infant.
Correct.
His brain is still developing.
And
Correct.
It will be for quite a while. I don't think him brain developing classifies him as an infant. Okay.
He sleeps a lot.
Not enough, but yeah.
He sleeps a lot. Yes.
He does. He does sleep quite a bit.
And I'm sure that if he didn't sleep as much as he does, his brain wouldn't develop nearly as well as it has.
He's also a Merop.
That does put a hindrance on things, but we are a subsect of the whole population. I'm talking in general, the whole population, not just
you're giving.
Merops.
Okay.
Yes. So maybe I should clarify. Infants sleep a lot.
There we go.
There we go. Yes, you're right.
See, that changes the whole argument.
Infants sleep a lot, and it helps their brain develop. You're right.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, it does.
And so, yeah, there we go. Your brain works after sleep, and nothing beats sleeping during a test and then cramming out all the right answers. You ever done that?
What?
See, you just fell asleep.
I was eating a piece of pizza.
That's the same thing.
Sleeping and eating a piece of pizza.
Hear me out. Okay,
In that case, sleep is incredibly
I'm
important.
gonna justify my argument. Eating nourishes the body. Sleeping nourishes the brain.
Oh my!
Sleeping is the eating of brain.
Wait. Sleeping is the eating of brain.
Let me rephrase that. Sleeping is equivalent to eating for your brain.
Yeah, because I just had a zombie flashback.
It's like that scene from Indiana Jones where they're eating the monkey brains. That was a good movie. But yeah, that is my argument.
Well, let me make another argument.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Back to couches.
Okay, I like this argument. Can you not sleep on a couch?
Couches are heavy.
They are quite heavy, indeed. Yes.
And the more that's in the couch, the heavier they get.
Yes.
Usually because more mass.
More weight.
More gravity pulling down on mass.
The force of weight is gravity times mass. So yes,
exactly.
I totally understand. Yes.
The more weight, the more.
It is a direct relationship between mass and weight. Yes.
But you know what's heavier than a couch?
What?
A china cabinet.
You are very correct there. I 100% agree. And you cannot sleep in a china cabinet.
You cannot sleep in a china cabinet.
No, you can't. But
let me ask you this though. Is a bed heavier than a couch?
It depends.
Well, here's
No. Is it a fold-out couch?
No. It's the bed.
It's a normal couch.
Yeah. No. It's
Would the couch be a fold-out couch?
We're gonna take your run-of-the-mill couch.
I can and have slept on that couch.
I know you.
That makes it a bed in my eyes.
Okay.
This is a bed, and it is about the same weight as the couch.
Well, let me re-specify the question then.
Okay.
Is a couch as heavy as a mattress?
No. Couch is heavier.
The couch is heavier.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Heavier than the mattress.
And you could sleep on a mattress.
And the couch.
And you can sleep on a couch.
Yes.
But you can't sleep on a china cabinet, which is heavier than the couch.
That is correct.
So,
well, okay.
Is the weight of said furniture related to how sleep likely it is?
Well, see, if you were to lay down the china cabinet, okay, and then sleep on it long ways while it's laying down, kind of like how Rose
there's a lot
was.
Of glass in that.
Well,
thing.
okay, hear me out. Kind of like how Rose laid down on that door in Titanic and didn't let Jack on.
When there was clearly enough space.
There's clearly enough space. Yes. So
even though she said there's not, but
that's beside the point. If you lay down the china cabinet, well, I'm gesturing to a china cabinet behind us, by the way. For those of you who are not watching the YouTube video that we don't have, if you lie down the china cabinet like that on its back, you could totally sleep on it. It wouldn't be quite comfortable, but you could sleep on it.
But that's the thing. It wouldn't be as comfortable. You wouldn't get as good a sleep on it as you would a couch. And you're not going to get as good a sleep on a couch as you would a full-blown mattress.
No, okay. What about a crib? I wouldn't get much sleep on a crib.
But
a crib is a lot lighter than a mattress.
But a baby would.
But a baby can't lift a mattress on a crab. Or a crab. I mean a crib.
What? Okay.
Do you think Tommy could lift his crib right now?
I think he could get a corner of it up off the end of the air.
I don't think he can because he can't even stand.
I think that if someone was holding him and he was going to try to lift it...
Well, at that point, is the person holding Tommy lifting the crib?
No. If Tommy is flat-footed on the floor,
okay,
and all you're doing is holding and stabilizing him, not lifting anything, just stabilizing him.
Okay.
Okay? And Tommy reaches up and grabs the crib and pulls up, I think he could lift it.
You know, we do have wireless mics. We can go test this.
And I think the wireless will work all the way out to there. So, I think...
This is a good idea.
This is a great idea.
We're about to go test whether or not Tommy can lift his crib.
We're going to hope that this records.
If Tommy can lift his crib, I think Walter, Big Dub, will win this argument.
Will you watch this real quick?
I will, yes.
Watch the sound, make sure it's good.
Okay.
I'm going to keep talking while I'm going back there.
Okay.
If it falls out, let me know and I'll come back.
Okay.
Because we can't test it if you can't hear us.
Yes, that is a good point.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Let's see.
You said you would keep talking as you walk, but you didn't.
It's a slight issue.
I can still see your voices.
Well, slight issue.
Slight issue?
Tommy is 100% asleep.
Okay, well, in that case, is he sleeping on his crib?
He's sleeping in bed.
He's sleeping in your bed.
In my bed with Emily.
He cannot lift that, can he?
No.
I think my point is justified then.
No.
He is sleeping on your bed. Very comfortably.
Now he is sleeping
very comfortably, I'm assuming.
Mainly because he's with his mother.
Well, okay, but could he lift Emily? Could he lift Emily?
No.
See? There we go.
I think you've lost the entirety of
that are making his sleep right now the most comfortable, he cannot lift.
I think you've lost the entire heart of the argument, though.
Well, hear me out also. We couldn't lift the china cabinet.
But we can't sleep on the china cabinet either.
There we go. I forgot the argument.
It has supported my argument the whole way.
Well, in that case, I believe you have won this argument.
Thank you.
This conclusion has been concluded.
So in argument, a conclusion of this argument, basically what we've argued and what we've come to is that the heavier something is, the less likely you'll get a good sleep on it.
But how does this relate to the importance of sleep?
It's just about sleep. Sleep is important.
No. And so sleep is important now? You said it wasn't important at the beginning of this. So you convinced yourself that sleep is convincing. It's important, I mean. So we're both right, essentially, is what I'm getting from this.
Okay, I'll give you that.
We're both right.
We're both right.
Handshake,
and both wrong.
Polite agreement on. Thank you. Beautiful handshake.
Thank you. I work hard on my shakings of hands.
There we go.
That was a handshake too.
Yep.
Will clapped.
I did. It references to the last episode, which you probably won't know, but
probably he won't.
Probably not. Yes.
Yeah. So let's summarize this entire episode.
Summary of this entire episode: we did our intro.
We did our intro.
5-minute rambling.
We did let you know, Dad, that you will be on next week's episode.
Yes, we informed you of the special guest.
Whether you're actually talking or not, that's to be determined.
Yes.
Your card has been charged for the goldfish ranch and maybe the meatballs.
Potentially meatballs, yes. They will be microwaved, though.
Yeah, they will be microwaved meatballs.
In the end, it will be up to you whether or not you want them. I highly suggested them. They were very good, even though they were microwaved.
Yes. And then we moved on to our random wheel of randomness.
Spinning wheel of random guessingness, yes.
Yes, that's correct. Where we talked about...
I don't remember. Couches. That's right. And Lizzo.
And
although we didn't know her name.
We did not talk about Lizzo.
Yeah, we did.
We talked about Lizzo in the random library.
We also talked about... We didn't mention her by name.
Oh, you're right. Because you mentioned Mandalorian
season the video. of her sitting on a couch that was actually
that's
fake.
right.
Yes,
That's right.
yes.
That's right.
She went,
and then we got.
this
You're right. And then we got her name when we went to the
library of randomness in the second section. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And in that we learned that PBS, Disney, and
Narnia are all connected.
All
and
part of the PBS.
There was the Scorn scandal.
There's the Scorn scandal where apparently you killed Scorn, Dad.
Dad killed Scorn?
Yeah, that's what we said.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Dad killed Scorn. They're all covering it up because you lit him on fire, apparently.
And your name is Clifford now.
Yep, and we had some deer jerky, I think.
Yep. It was a little burnt.
It was a little charred, yes.
Yeah, a little chewy.
But it tasted quite good.
And then we moved on to this.
The Wheel of Conclusions. And we had the idea of a new segment for next episode. If we remember to do it.
Because William didn't sleep.
Because I didn't sleep, yes.
Thus, sleep is not important.
Yes, no. That is not correct. We have shaken on the fact we both win.
That is.
You cannot X these outie now.
Anyways.
And you also listened to a few of our original songs.
And so we're going to send you out with this wonderful piece of beauty.
Right in about a little bit after we do our little outro bit.
Yep. And so here's the outro bit.
So thank you for listening to this week's edition of Merop Philosophy Weekly. Excuse me, I had to burp there for a second. And I think that's done.
I think that's done. I think that next week's episode's the next thing.
Next week looks.
Yeah.
And stay tuned for next week's episode where we have a special guest of you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for your contribution to the cause.
You will be charged your monthly thing. Bye.
It didn't stop recording.
Have a good day at work. Have a wonderful and great day at work. Welcome back. I know we already did the whole conclusion
We did the whole conclusion thing.
We did the whole song. It's the end. It's the end.
This is...
it's over. But this is a new segment.
There's an important part to this segment. And Tommy is now awake.
Yep. And
if
this segment is called PS.
Yes, this is our PS segment.
There's a little bit more.
Tommy's now awake, so we
ran an experiment.
We did. We ran an experiment.
As we talked about earlier in the show.
Tommy was sleeping. He was asleep.
He was asleep
for this segment. So we
have since run the test.
He now is awake.
We put him in a situation where he could try to pick up his crib.
We did. Yes.
I got him to bend his legs down. It was a lift with your legs, not your back situation.
Yeah, we don't want him to have scoliosis this early on.
He got the
and
whole
he doesn't even have kneecaps to cause knee pain. So
we got this thing set up for him real nice.
Yep.
And he didn't really know what we were trying to do.
No, he didn't. He kept staring at you.
He gave me a look like, what the heck, Dad?
He was like, Father, what are you doing to me?
That was pretty close. I think his eyes...
If he could speak, that's what he would have said.
Oh, just like that.
Yeah,
too.
Exactly. Even in the accent, the British accent.
It was a, Father, can I have some more?
Oliver Twist has asked for more. Tommy's sitting. He's sitting right here. We have him for an interview.
We have a mic right here ready for him. He's going to use my mic. Tommy.
It may have a bit of trouble speaking with a pacifier in his mouth.
That's okay.
It's okay though. He's distracted by your watch. So.
Tommy, look at me. Look at Daddy.
Oh, he's looking at Mom.
Look at Daddy. Tommy.
He's looking everywhere but at you.
Tommy. Hey, buddy. Face this way. There we go. Hey. Hi.
He's looking
Quick question for you. Quick question.
Oh, he's so smiley.
How did that feel trying to lift it? Huh?
Really? Wow.
I did not expect that strong of an opinion.
Yeah, me neither.
So
I'm going to be totally honest. I didn't expect much of an opinion.
Tommy, can you elaborate on that some? No? Okay.
No, okay.
He said no.
Okay. I think...
And now he's off to jumping.
He's trying to skydive off your kneecap there.
That won't end well.
Nope. Not a whole lot of sky to dive in.
I think that maybe, to wrap up the show, basically what we've learned is
that Tommy could not
might be able to. He just didn't really want to.
I don't know. I don't think he can.
I think he just decided not to.
I think his hands are just too small because he couldn't grip it. He wouldn't.
Tommy, what do you have to say to your uncle for calling you small? Oh, did you
he just spit out his pacifier at me.
He did.
Hi, Tommy.
Tommy, give him say what we taught you to say to people like him. That's right. God bless you.
He just spit everywhere.
Bless your heart. That's what he just said. In his most southern of accents.
Oh yeah.
He is
so talkative now. I am sorry for offending you, Tommy.
You have offended Tommy.
It was unintended. It was an unintended offense. Oh, now he's smiling at me though. Look at that.
He's going, Mom, can you understand what these people? Do you understand what this uncle of mine has done to me?
I didn't.
He has insulted me and my family, and I will not stand for it.
I am your family.
I will not stand for it. I boop.
He is.
I totally agree.
Oh, he's gonna eat your mic.
Don't eat the.
He's eating your cord.
That's a cord, bud. Okay, ma'am. Well, look, your opinion is highly valued. No, it is. Okay, maybe not by your uncle, but by me it is.
I think this section has been concluded, and I think it is up to debate.
It is up to debate.
Yeah, I think it is a debatable result.
What do you think? Is it debatable, Tommy?
I would argue it is unconclusive.
Tommy, is it debatable?
Oh, he just put slobber all over your earpiece.
Is it debatable, buddy?
Oh, now he's... There we go.
I don't think he thinks it's debatable.
I don't think he does either. But I think this segment
is over.
Is over. I think we've heard Tommy's spiel, and we're still hearing it. So I'm gonna.
He is walking offset.
He is walking offset, ranting. I'm going to end it here. But yeah. So inconclusive, big inconclusive. We'll see you next week.